Hello, my name is Isriyaporn Jaybun. I am studying Chonsunanta University. Abstract4 Theater, โปงลาง Ensemble, Creation and Development of Indigenous Performing Arts Standard. Objective: Number 1. Study the current status and obstacle in standards in โปงลาง Ensemble. Subject: The research area was purposely chosen in Northeast Thailand, which include Karasin Province, Khon Kaen Province, Mahasarkham Province, and Roi Et Province. Research data was gathered through document analysis and client research. Research informants include 164 individuals, which include 40 key informants, 84 casual informants, and 40 general informants. Collecting data, research tool, interviewing form, and observation form. Research method, descriptive analysis. Research. The research indicates that the origin of Pong Lang ensemble is extensive and developed through the generation. The earliest indication of the Pong Lang instrument was an early form of alert device of rural community and eventually developed into a musical instrument and incorporated into indigenous culture and play together as an ensemble with other folk instruments such as the can, pin, and board. Present conditions and problematic issues were caused by the audience and performance tastes as well as the various main themes of the cultural change, mass media, and technology. These factors caused the change of Pong Lang ensemble to improve itself on its form of performance in both music and dance to suit and taste of the audience more than the original identities, lacking of the roots of Isan cultural identity. The creation and development of standards for the performance of Pong Lang ensemble is an important tool that will help performers, trainers, and managers clearly assess the cultural distinction of Bonglan standards of music instruments include conservation of sound quality, shape and form in the instrument is consistent with indigenous folk music instruments. Standards in music performance include conservation of techniques, styles, and traditional formats. Standards for musicians include patience, discipline, and identity of folk musicians. Standards for performance episodes include authenticity of the performance are in accordance with tradition and culture of the rural community. Standards in costumes include consistency with the cultural identity of the rural community. The performance represents standards in language and release include the conservation, the indigenous release, and consistent with the performance standard instead, lighting and sound which must be appropriate with the occasion and time of performance. Standard in performance intervals are to be appropriate with each performance episode. Standard in specifically include consistency of judgment which must be just and unbiased. In program computation, standards in management include and plan, focus in the management of performance, training and research. Vocabulary of the abstract4. Number 1. Headword ensemble. Pronunciation ensemble. Part of speech. Now, example. Study the current status and obstacle in standards in program ensemble. Ensemble เป็นคำนามแปลว่าทั้งมวลทั้งหมด Number 2. Origin. Pronunciation. Origin. Example. There is a resource indicates that the origin of Bangla ensemble is extensive and developed through the generation. Origin เป็นคำนามนะคะแปลว่าแหล่งกำเนิดค่ะ Number 3. Audience. Pronunciation. Audience. Example. Present conditions and problematic issues were caused by the audience and performance. Audience เป็นคำนามค่ะแปลว่าผู้ชม Number 4. Release. Pronunciation. Release. Part of speech now. Example standards in language and relief include the conservation, the indigenous relief, and consistent with the performance. Relief เป็นคำนามแปลว่าบทกวี Number 5. Inherit. Pronunciation inherit. Part of speech verb. Example that the folk art continue to provide entertainment and knowledge for future generations to inherit, and also for educational institution. Inherit แปลว่าสืบทอด